Hello everyone, I am Neha Shukla from School of Mechanical and Materials Engineering, IIT Mandi. In this webinar, I'll present my project titled A Rapid Processing Technique for Critical Metal Recovery from Spent Fluorescent Lamps. First of all, I'll discuss what are critical metals and why are they important. As we all know that our government of India and the Ministry of Mines has released a list of 30 critical minerals for India. So these minerals are those minerals which contain these 30 metals in them. So these metals are called as critical because they are essential for clean energy transition. They are required for electric vehicles, wind turbines, solar cells, smartphones, defense technologies, and AI hardware. So, among these all critical metals, today I'll be discussing about rare earth elements which are present in the fluorescent lamps. First of all, let us know some facts about rare earth elements which are found in the F block of periodic table. So as their name suggests, rare earth elements are not rare but are difficult to find in concentrations high enough for economical extractions. Now, according to United States Geological Survey, the global rare earth production of China is 83% while India is 2.4%. These rare earth elements have very unique properties like fluorescence, magnetic properties, high electrical conductivity, high melting and boiling point. They occur in chemical similarities in minerals and rocks. And because of these properties, they have a wide range of applications. In magnets, phosphors, metal alloys, catalyst found in catalytic converter, petroleum refining, defense for UV resistance glasses, and then photo optical glasses, and also in wind turbines. So, why rare earth recycling is important? There are some factors mentioned here. One of them is economic monopoly. So, there is economic monopoly of China on these rare earth elements, and also the electronic waste contains hazardous elements which need to be removed. To get value out of this waste, to utilize these enriched secondary resources which contain very high metals as compared to the primary resources, to limit the use of primary resources because they are very less in our nature, and also to fulfill the growing demand. Now, among these applications, this project is focused upon recovery of rare earth elements from fluorescent lamp phosphors because the problem of disposing these fluorescent lamps is huge, and we can see that this problem is also in the news as countries is struggling to dispose these waste fluorescent lamps because they contain toxic mercury vapors and rare earth elements in them. Now, what are lamp phosphors? Lamp phosphors are the white coating on the inside of the glass of the lamp which convert UV radiations into visible light. Now, there are five main rare earth phosphors which are emitting red, green and blue color, and the combination of all these three colors help us to look the white visible light. Now, the yttrium and europium doped phosphors, these are all man-made phosphors, and the yttrium and europium doped ones give red light, while cerium and terbium doped rare earth phosphors give green light, while europium 2 plus ion doped phosphors give blue light. Among these rare earth elements, terbium oxide has the highest economical value, followed by europium, yttrium, lanthanum, and cerium oxides. So, phosphor compositions is here, and we can see there are five main rare earth elements present in this phosphorus along with aluminium silicon as the major impurity. So according to calculations, we could see that 50 kg of rare earth ore is required to recover 1 kg of rare earth oxides. So this 50 kg of rare earth ore needs huge amount of processing and energy. Now only 2.7 kg of phosphorus, which could be retrieved from 1475 units of waste fluorescent lamps, are required to recover an equivalent amount of rare earth oxides. Now, since this work is very important, and then also this work is a bit um, unattractive because of some challenges which are there. So, what are those challenges? So, here we can see that after dismantling of these lamps, there is a release of toxic mercury vapors which need to be controlled out. And also another challenge is heterogeneous compositions. So there is heterogeneous composition in different type of lamp, which are in the form of CFLs, smaller tube lights, larger tube lights, the wider ones. There are different radius of tube lights present in the market and in the waste. High optical sensitivity and spectral interference is a major problem because these rare earth elements, when they are present in the solutions, they lead to misleading results. Also liberating these rare earth elements from the complex man-made phases. And here you can see that these are the crystal structure, which is a spinal structure and a monoclinic structure of the man-made phosphors. And rare earth elements present in these structures are shown by these circles, and you can see that rare earth elements are locked in a cage, so they need huge amount of energy to be liberated from these phosphor compounds. Now the main objective of this project is how can a safe and sustainable economic viable process be developed for recovery and separation of these rare earth elements from discarded fluorescent lamps phosphors while minimizing mercury emissions and environmental impacts. First objective is how can a mercury emission be safely controlled during lamp dismantling. So these fluorescent lamps, which are in the form of CFLs, tube lights, they need to be crushed in a lamp crusher. There should be a machine. So this is the one equipped machine, which is a customized type, and here you can see there is a lamp into tube, and this machine helps to easily crush these lamps, and the mercury vapors emitted during the crushing of lamp, they are easily captured and they are uh, transferred to this HEFA and carbon filter assembly. So in this way, mercury emissions are stopped and they could be easily, lamps could easily be crushed out. After crushing by shorting and sizing method, these um, glasses are removed from the connections, and then by sieving method, phosphor powder is retrieved from the glass pieces. Now, the other objective is what are the mineralogical and composition characteristic of lamp phosphors. So there are many lamp phosphors depending upon the size. So for one of the study, we have some results, and we can see that by XRD, SEM-EDS, ICP-MS and XRF analysis, we could find that yttrium oxide is in large amount as compared to the lanthanum, cerium, followed by europium and terbium elements in these phosphors. So we have EDS analysis as well as ICP analysis. Now, how do thermal processing and mineral, how to recover this rare earth, how to dissociate this phosphor structure so that rare earth could be leached. So there are multiple phosphor processing routes. Some of them are listed here in this fishbone structure. Acid leaching, alkali roasting, acid baking, or you can say acid roasting, mechanical activation. These are some of the methods which could help in dissociation of this structure, and then these dissociated phosphors could help liberate rare earth oxides, and they could be leached in water and acids. Rare earth elements from this Forbeck's diagram, theoretical studies are also important, which help us to identify that rare earth elements are present in ionic form. So by acid leaching, we could recover one set of europium and yttrium oxides, and we have recovered 98% pure yttrium and europium oxides. But some phosphor compounds have very rigid phases, and we can see that they are not acid leachable. By the HSC chemistry, we could find out this delta G values, and leaching process is not thermodynamically favorable. They need high amount of energy. So then we have to go for a thermal analysis process. So different fluxes were used so that they could dissociate the structure of this aluminate and phosphate phosphors, and by the reactions you can see that this sodium carbonate and sodium hydroxide, when they react with these structures complex phases, they help in dissociation of this structure into some compounds which are water soluble and could be removed selectively. So in this selectively separation of impurities, we could get rare earth oxides in pure form. So alkali roasting process initially was examined, and some of the results are here, and this is a small flow sheet, a basic flow sheet which could be followed for recovery of rare earth elements, but more studies required so that more sustainable process could be used, and we can recover yttrium and europium oxide, lanthanum terbium oxide from this alkali roasted route as well. So optimization of all the routes is required for working with a best process with all energy calculations. So individual rare earth oxides could be separated from these mixed products. So we got some mixed products, and now the next step is to recover individual rare earth oxides by the solvent extraction and separation processes. And this is all about our project which we will be working upon, and we are working right now at IIT Mandi. Thank you.